Hello friends and enemies, it is Toxy here, and today we are going to be looking at a new archetype that was just revealed this past Friday for the Power of the Elements core set that'll be coming out later in the year. This is Splights, a thunder-based archetype, the thunder monsters being the fourth least printed type of monster in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think they're pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about them. They're all 2-star main deck monsters with rank 2 and link 2 extra deck monsters. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at them for this video. So starting us off, we have Splight Blue. Look at him right there. It's just a little cute little guy with his big freaking jacket. Like I said, level 2 Dark Thunder effect monster. His effect is you can only special summon with the first effect once per turn, and you can only use the second effect once per turn. First effect says if you control a level or rank 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Easy, simple special summon. And if this card is special summoned, you can add one Splight monster from your deck to your hand except Splight Blue. So we got that little tutor card in there to just tutor out some cards into your hand. And it looks like all of these guys are going to have the same first effect. They're going to have, you know, if you have a level or a rank 2 monster out on the field, you can special summon this card. Gives you a lot of special summoning potential. I really like that. So moving on to our next one, we've got here Splight Jet. I really like the art for this archetype. I like all these little guys. They look so fun. So Splight Jet. As per the last card, you can only special summon it through its first effect once per turn, and its second effect says if this card is special summoned, you can add one Splight spell or trap from your deck to your hand, and you can only do that once per turn. That is definitely one of the faster spell and trap tutors for an archetype that I've seen, but I'm also used to, you know, cards like Punks, where one card will be searching out spells and one card will be searching out traps. But I do like it. I like that it's a little fluid for you, so it's like you do have to choose, but you get that good little, you know, fast tutor there. Next up, we've got Splight Pixies. Splight Pixies looking like an alien with a bunch of different tools on its little arms there. Level 2, attack 1400. Splight Pixies effect says, its second effect rather, says if another of your level, rank, or link 2 monsters battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, you get a quick effect. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Your battling monster gains attack and defense equal to that opponent's monster's current attack until the end of this turn. I really like that. I really like that, especially if this archetype has a good draw spell, which I haven't looked at the spells yet, I've only looked at the monsters, but if this archetype has a really good draw spell, or even if one of the monsters has a good draw spell and I'm just forgetting, that keeps you up with keeping your, you know, your hand stocked so that you can always do that. And then of course, maybe just keeping your hand stocked period to make sure you can always do that. Maybe we can put some stuff in, but we'll take a look at what we can put in later on. Next up, we've got Splight Red. Splight Red, she looks very nice. I love all of the art. I keep saying that, but I can't say it enough. Splight Red's effect is a little bit different from the last 3, wherein instead of being able to special summon her if you have a level 2 or a rank 2, this time it's a level 2 or a link 2 monster. So be sure if you're playing this archetype to pay attention to that distinction between your cards. Its second effect says when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you contribute one other level 2, rank 2, or link 2 monster and negate that effect. Then if you tributed a rank 2 or link 2 monster, you can destroy that monster. That is super rad. I don't know how fast playing out these extra deck monsters will be, but if you can get them out super fast and super consistently, I feel like Splight Red's going to be your big hitter of the main deck. She's going to be the one you're going to want to have at least 3 copies in my opinion. Next up, we got Splight Carrot. Splight Carrot seems to follow the same type of thing that Splight Red does. You know, a level 2 or a link 2 monster to special summon her. And then, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card or effect, you have a quick effect, you contribute one other level 2, rank 2, or link 2 monster, negate that effect, then if you tributed a rank 2 or a link 2 monster, you can destroy that card. Okay, so we get 2 removal spells on a stick here. Pretty good, just straight up tutor and removal for this archetype so far as we can see. Not the best I would say, but I'm sure that the big power really comes from the extra deck monsters, so let's take a look at them real quick before we give any final judgments on that main deck. So here we've got Gigantic Splight that just seems to be like a bigger version of Splight Blue. Let's take a look at its effect. It's a rank 2 Xyz monster. It requires 2 level 2 monsters. For this card's Xyz summon, you can treat link 2 monsters you control as level 2. You can use the second effect of this card's name once per turn, so that's pretty rad. You can utilize your link monsters. If this card has a fusion, synchro, Xyz, and or link monster as its material, its original attack is doubled. Dang, you get a free 3,200 out of that. And that gives us the wherewithal to know that there will be other types of material in this archetype. It seems. I could be wrong about that. And then, of course, if you find a way to bring in a level 2 fusion or synchro monster in this deck, of course, bring that out there. Its second effect says, during your main phase, neither player can special summon monsters for the rest of this turn, except level 2, rank 2, or link 2 monsters, and then you can detach a material from your Xyz monster, and if you do, special summon a level 2 monster from your deck, and that is, of course, an optional effect. I like that. It's a little bit better than the tutoring, rather than tutoring a monster into your hand, you can just get it right out onto the field. I really like that, and then it opens you up for more of a room to get more extra deck monsters out, but also more effects out more readily. All right. Next up on the extra deck, we got Splight Elf, a Link 2 Fire Thunder Link effect monster. Now, Splight Elf requires 2 monster, including at least a level 2, a rank 2, or a link 2 monster. You can only use a second effect once per turn, and this card cannot be used as a link material the turn that it is link summoned. Make sure you pay attention to that. So, its first effect says, your opponent cannot target monsters as card points to with card effects. I like that. You get them out to your extra monster zone, then you make sure you're keeping your most important cards at those arrows. Make sure that your opponent can't get to them with their effects. During the main phase, you get a quick effect. You can target 1 level 2 monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and if your opponent controls a monster at activation, you can target 1 rank 2 or link 2 monster instead. I like that. I love that, in fact. Graveyard shenanigans is always good, but especially if this deck seems to just be a constant pile of get monsters out, get bigger monsters out, and then do more stuff with your more monsters. And I like that. I really do. Moving on, we're getting to the spells. Our first spell here is Splight Starter, a quick play spell. You can only activate 1 Splight Starter per turn. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, except for level 2, rank 2, or link 2 monsters. Also, special summon 1 Splight monster from your deck, and if you do, you lose life points equal to its original attack. So again, just a straight to the field effect of monster. You lose life points, but these guys have such low attack that it doesn't really seem like it would affect you too badly. I would probably play this at 3 if I'm being honest. Next up, we got another quick play spell. We got Splight Gamma Burst. Splight Gamma Burst says you can only use one of its effects per turn, and you can only use that effect once per turn, so you have to play this card wisely. The first effect that you can choose, all level 2, rank 2, and link 2 monsters currently on the field gain 1400 attack and defense until the end of this turn. Hui shua. I love that. The second effect you can choose to use is during your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one level 2, rank 2, or link 2 monster you control. It gains 1400 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. Okay, so a straight buff card. I like that it gives you the option to use one of each effect because that's what it's for. You use both effects. You use one effect, and then once that card goes to the graveyard, while it's in the graveyard, you can use the same effect again, but then that card's gone. And then if you put 3 of these in your deck, you're just constantly ramping up your monsters. I like that. I do. Now on to the final card of this archetype that has been spoiled so far. We've got our last quick play spell, Splight Smashers. And let's see what Splight Smashers says. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn, so only one Splight Smashers per turn. So you can banish one Springens, Therions, or Splight card from your hand or graveyard to activate one of the following effects. You can special summon a Springens monster from your deck, special summon a Therions monster from your graveyard, or banish a level 2, rank 2, or link 2 monster you control and one card your opponent controls. Okay, I like the wider support, so it's not just for Splights. It can also be for Springens and Therions, and that also means you can splash Springens or Therions into this deck, which, I'm going to be honest, I don't know. I don't play those decks. I don't see those decks, and that's on me. So I feel really good about this archetype. I really enjoy this archetype. I think I'm going to be playing this archetype, definitely. I like that it is, so far, like, we might get more revealed over the next coming weeks or months while, you know, stuff of Power of the Elements is still getting revealed. But I do like that it is a Thunder type archetype, and that leads me to think about a bunch of, like, Thunder type support that has been printed. Like a bunch of the Watt cards, a bunch of the Thunder Dragon cards can go into this deck. I'm very excited to see it. I'm very excited to see it work. And I just wanted to showcase this. I know that plenty of videos were made before I got this video out. Videos are made on these as soon as they're released, and I might try to start doing that. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight the Splights because I think they're cool, and I think I'm going to run them, and I feel like I should talk about it. So that's really it. I don't really have much more input on what would make this deck better right now, because I want to wait to see if the deck gets more support in Power of the Elements. But until then, I guess we're going to have to leave it at this. This archetype so far looks pretty solid. I'm really liking how it's going to work. And I really think that Power of the Elements is going to bring a good amount of cards that are kind of needed. Based on what I've seen, it seems like the cards that they're putting in Power of the Elements are really going to be new powerhouse archetypes, and that's exciting to see. So, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, drink your water.